Time for another Zelda theory. One of Hyrule's biggest mysteries is the 7 heroine statues. We do know that they are related to the 7 sages, per the Gerudo writing on the front of the statues, and also per the NPC Rotana, they were the divine protectors of the Gerudo, and each heroine had a different power: skill, spirit, endurance, knowledge, flight, motion, and gentleness. Note the usage of the word divine, which means of, from, or like God, or a god. And that's about all we know. But there is also a forgotten 8th heroine statue who is said to be worshipped by her faithful in the Gerudo Highlands. So who does this 8th statue represent? First off, the game asset file names refers to the statues as knights, and the original Japanese does not specify a gender, so they don't necessarily identify as female. And when the game says the 8th heroine is worshipped by those in the Gerudo Highlands, this can only be referring to the Yiga clan, whose entire society is centered on reviving the series' antagonist Ganon. But if the 8th heroine is an antagonist, what is his connection to the divine 7 sages? Yes, Ganon was sealed by the sages, and the 8th heroine is a mirror image of the other statues, but the 8th heroine seems to have a different kind of connection to the 7 sages, as if they are on par with each other. And this is a first for the series. Look, it even fits perfectly into the circle started by the other 7. Typically, the sages and Ganon are polar opposites of each other, opposite ends of the spectrum, good versus evil. So what could this relationship mean? Here is where I get extremely speculative. But what if the antagonist was originally as benevolent as the sages, only to be cast away for his evil deeds? What is not speculation is that Ganon was based on Zhu Baji, a character from 16th century China whose arc follows the fallen angel archetype, a heavenly being cast down to earth after he tries to seduce the goddess of the moon. There have been numerous fallen angel myths throughout history, the most famous to Westerners probably being Lucifer, the fallen angel who became Satan. And all of these myths get their origin from the planet Venus, Venus being one of 8 planets of course, 7 of which are named after Greek and Roman gods. Venus is known as both the evening star and the morning star, and its peculiar movements across our sky have inspired myths for thousands of years. Its cycle has been portrayed as a battle, whereby the bright morning star fails to reach the highest point in the sky before being faded out by the rising sun. It's the story of a heavenly being striving for the highest seat of heaven, only to be cast down to the underworld. And with Ganon being called the Prince of Darkness in the title screen of the original Legend of Zelda, being portrayed as a horned beast in Ocarina of Time, and with the horned demons of demise rushing forth from the underworld via a literal fissure in the earth in an attempt to steal the goddess's power, I think there is more than enough to theorize that perhaps, just like Lucifer, somehow the origin of Ganon was once a heavenly being amongst other divine spirits who was cast down for his evil deeds, and that the 8 heroines represent this story. If you liked this theory, please consider following me on TikTok or subscribing to my YouTube channel. May the goddess smile upon you.